your indulgence for 1 second before you start the clock, I just want to make a comment about you guys, and that is I want to give a shout out to this town, because for those who don't know, Haldane just had a great weekend. You guys came in second in the state baseball championship. The local team here won every single game of the season. Then it went on and it won the regionals and then the semifinals, and they lost. God bless these kids, I know their hearts are broken. They lost in the last game. And I just want to mention that because as I've been door knocking, a lot of the kids on the team, their folks are either my patients or they work in my office. But to come in number 2, that's as far as this town has ever gone. So with that indulgence. For those who don't know, my name is Dr. Rich Becker, and I'm a physician. I'm a cardiologist at Hudson Valley Hospital, and I also have an office down the road at Julia Butterfield, and I'm a councilman next door in the town of Portland. And this race is going to come down to one simple question, and that is, how do we get Congress working again for us, the middle class? I've been a problem solver and a coalition builder my entire career, and I'm absolutely ready for the challenge of defeating Nan Hayworth this November. I've lived and worked in this community for over 30 years. I've practiced medicine working one-on-one with my patients for over 30 years, and I've also served this community as a small businessman. My values are simple and straightforward. I believe that the middle class deserves the safety and the security that it's earned, and that it's wrong to attack and to marginalize women. I'm passionate about the environment, and I believe that we need to fight for what is right and what we need in this district. And if you send me to Washington, these are my life experiences, and these are the values that I will take with me. And I wasn't always going to run for Congress. In fact, I've been very happy in my career as a councilman and as a cardiologist. But then Nan Hayworth did one of the most dishonest things that I've ever seen a member of Congress do. A year ago, she went to Washington and she voted for the Paul Ryan budget, which would have destroyed Medicare as we know it. But instead of coming back and explaining her vote to us, she sent us all a mailer claiming that she saved Medicare. She had the absolute audacity to assume that we wouldn't notice that she was lying. We deserve better than that. In this community, I've recruited over 50 doctors. When Julia Butterfield Hospital closed, I knew I had to do something, so I wanted to keep the offices open. I formed the Westchester Medical Practice, and all the doctors that you know in town, Dr. Lagenza, Dr. Vimenta, they're all here because I put together the group that maintained that office. I like to solve problems, and I like to work here where I live and work. Nan Hayworth has not represented us. She is wrong on health care, as I mentioned, wrong on trying to destroy Medicare, wrong in her opposition to the Affordable Care Act. She is wrong on the environment and wanting to repeal the EPA and her stance on Indian Point and fracking. She is wrong on women, the war on women, which she completely and continues to go forward on, and I stood up to her in my attacks, and we got her to fire her advisor this past week for his threats about throwing acid at women. I'll explain more about my stances on all these issues, but those of you who know me know I've been here for my entire career, that I'm a fighter, that I'm not afraid to stand up for what I believe in, and if you send me to Washington, I promise you, you will have the strongest representative in Washington.